All right, this is it. This is going to be the ViDoc. This is the Destiny 2 Forged in the Storm, and we are going to basically go through it and just check it out. And we're going to do that together. It's going to be you and me. And you. Maybe you. Let's go.
Beyond Light kicks off the next trilogy of stories that we're trying to tell with Destiny.
Players are going to go on a journey to discover the true nature of light and dark.
It's
So
the beginning
dark.
of players learning more about the darkness. And in fact, going so far as to wield it.
What?
It's about leaving comfort and safety behind, walking a different road than one
Wielding
that
the
you may have
dark?
believed you were destined for.
Light
What
modes?
makes something bad?
Dark modes?
What makes darkness dark?
What makes darkness dark?
Who's right?
Probably the absence of light. Drifters.
How are those learnings going to change the characters
Dude,
that
Luke.
you have
Luke,
gotten
you need
know
to
over the
sit
last
up.
6 years?
Luke. Sorry, Luke, you need to sit up. Bungie ViDoc. Registered TM.
Beyond Light's really the beginning of a new adventure. Guardians, for the longest
What
time,
is
have been
that ship?
bathed in the light, sort of this altruistic force fighting back evil. And now we're starting to move into that gray area between the light and dark.
If the darkness reaches out,
Yeah, but
we
Eric,
must
what was
reach
that
back.
ship?
I will not sanction this.
In Season of Arrivals, the Vanguard is divided. You have some characters telling you, you know, we should fight these ships, and we have other characters who are saying, no, 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 we should find out what they want. We should get to know them and understand more.
Take me to your
But
leader.
It definitely comes to a head.
This next year in
Rasputin.
Destiny is really just about how
Please
all the different
annihilate
characters and
these.
factions are reacting to these disappeared destinations and what that means as the pyramids have arrived in our system, not for the first time, but for the second time.
You see how they're 6 feet
We're
apart?
going to see the return of a
Just see
character
it.
who's been absent for a pretty long time in The Stranger.
Oh,
And
The
boy, does she have a
Stranger.
lot to say. And she
Yes.
has a lot of time
Does she get voice
to
lines?
explain.
She has a lot of time to explain.
She has shown up to encourage us.
Are they going to bring back No Time to
take on the
Explain?
darkness, and the only way to truly stop it is to work with it.
What
And here comes
is
our
that?
guardian. Right on time.
What is that ghost shell?
Why did the darkness invite us here?
Europa is literally like a time capsule.
Europa is huge.
Killer destination, freezing
Yes.
cold.
Desolate.
As big as Earth?
Some of the most beautiful spaces I've ever seen in a video game.
Excellent.
There was a lot built on Europa during the Golden Age, and a lot of that was built underground. Clovis
Ooh.
Bray had some research facilities there, really pushing the limits of
that what the
technology
raid's gonna
and
be?
innovation there. Maybe stepping into some things that we shouldn't have.
Getting some chills.
Under the eyes,
Not gonna lie.
all kinds of secrets.
I'm so excited for what players are going to find.
Secrets.
The storm on Europa was actually something we've wanted to do for a long time.
We wanted it to feel harsh.
The weather
Looks
system
like
is
it looks like
so
Titan
awesome. Like
if it
you're
was
walking
frozen.
through
Like the
an
waves
open
coming
space,
across.
and all of a sudden things start happening.
Coming across
pretty cool.
like Fallen or Vex for the first time, you can barely make out the glow in their
The
eyes.
Hoff. The Hoffmeister.
The sound of the wind, the ice will change based on what the weather is looking like.
Oh, get
You'll
out of
actually
here.
feel every piece of the environment changing around you to match the storm.
Whoa. That looked like big boy raid boss right there.
Europa itself is a pretty foreboding
That's a
place.
big boy raid
Aramis
boss
is
right
there in
there.
advance of us, and she set up a forward base. She has lieutenants who have gotten their hands on Stasis, gotten their hands on the darkness, and they're learning to wield it.
One by one, we will rise again.
And so I think her motivations are really interesting too.
Today, we begin breaking free from our chains.
Yeah.
Aramis really challenges a lot of the ways that we think about light and darkness.
Hulk
She's gonna make
smash.
you think about your relationship with the Traveler.
She's a compelling leader.
Never
and
liked the
she has a
Traveler.
vision.
Not gonna lie.
And especially after the collapse of their society, people, I think, the Fallen wanted someone to follow.
Is the light
The
gonna be enough?
Fallen need a follower.
I think we've seen
They need a leader.
that we need some new tools
Look at those
to
kicks.
fight our enemies
I
with.
like those yellow kicks.
Maybe it's time to fight fire with fire, or ice with ice.
Wow. Did you see that giant shank?
Stasis is, you know, not just a set of new supers, but it's a new damage type. We've got Solar, Void, Arc, and now we've got Stasis.
Can we just call it
The
ice?
idea for Stasis
Look
all
how
really
close
came
he's
back
sitting to
from
that
the
screen.
gameplay idea of freezing someone.
Bro,
That
are
was
you
kind of
good?
the theme that everyone's kind of rallied behind. You know, Dima's an amazing concept artist, had some images that really kind of put us on the right path.
What really was landing with that was the more crystalline notion.
I wonder why they call it stasis.
So when we say cosmic ice, that's kind of where the cosmic comes in.
Why wouldn't you just call it ice?
Once he freezes
Look how slow
solid,
that is.
I'm able to
It's like 5
hit him again
FPS.
and just shatter him in pieces.
Ooh.
The pieces break apart and explode into sharp shards that can damage you. So all of that kind of came
Big
together.
boy running the
when we landed on
Heisman.
that theme.
Look at that bubble. Was that a Vex bubble they popped? Stasis bubble?
Stasis is gonna not only change the way that you can attack or approach combat, there's also some really great ways that you can upgrade it.
Then you start getting into like the more interesting parts, things that we're calling aspects and fragments, which are additional ways to modify your subclass.
Ooh. See, I'm excited about that.
Aspects are a little bit more potent. And then the
Changing your
fragments are the things
subclass
that
a
are
little bit, like
class-agnostic,
subdividing your
but depending on
subclass.
what your class is and depending
Because
on what your
remember
aspects are
in
and how you want
D1
to play, you're probably going to be starting to select different.
So remember in D1 when you could take all the different skills in a tree and you could plug them in as a different, way of playing. And then all of a sudden in D2, it was, you still have the selections, but it felt maybe a little more limited because like once you had a skill tree or something, you had to kind of lock into that, but you kind of want the ability to float between trees. And I think this might help us.
Ones in there. This is just the beginning for Stasis. We're going to continue to expand on it. We're just excited for players to get their hands on this.
When we're creating a new palette like Stasis, we do what we call a source jam. Everyone on the team
Is that like a cat
blocks
jam?
out about a week where we can say, okay, you're going to go out into the world, microphone, recorder, record anything that reminds you of cosmic ice.
Whoa.
That gives us the palette that we can build the eventual sounds out of.
I love that.
I found
That was
personally
really cool.
that the
I want
best
to go out in
way
the world
to
and
do
start
it
making
was
stasis
at night.
sounds.
But doing screams, screeches, and blood-curdling yells is a little scary at night. Then I had a really rumbly stomach, and that also was recorded. There was also a breast pump.
Oh my God. What kind of equipment are they recording that with? That was
You have to
dope.
make use of what you got.
Like super sensitive.
And beyond light, we have new exotic weapons for you.
Yeah, we do. Whoa, look at that sword, dude.
No Time to Explain is coming back.
The guillotine being
Instead of
nerfed
just
is
being the
a
gun
big
that refills
sad.
your magazine
But
when
that
you
big
roll
bad boy
hits,
looked pretty
you
cool.
actually get a little time portal, and it starts spitting out rounds alongside you. You can actually have that on top of the Arc Soul, so you can be your
It's
own
just the
little
Arc
mini
Soul
firing
buddy.
squad and build for it.
It's Arc Soul Buddy
Another
times
one
2.
we have is the Laments. It uses up your sword's energy to give yourself a new
Give you a
combo
chainsaw.
that ends up in a big spinning slash. Probably the largest selling point for a lot of people is that it slices right through barrier champions.
Ooh.
I think the
Yeah.
largest draw for most people is actually going to be the
I hate
fact that
barrier
it's a
champions.
chainsaw sword.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Gears of War. Yeah, way to copy Gears of War.
For Beyond
Kinda
Light,
did
we
that,
really
like,
wanted to
10
create
years
exotic
ago.
armor pieces that formed a key part of your build around which all the
Is
other
that a
parts of your
two-eyed
build could
mask I
revolve.
see?
For example, the Titan gets the Icefall Mantle, which is a set of exotic arms that looks like it is crafted from Golden Age tech. When you activate it, you
looks
sort
like
of
it fell in the
slam
deep
your
freezer.
arms down, create a burst of stasis
Looks like it
energy,
fell in the deep
and then you cover
freezer.
yourself in an overshield. The Warlock exotic is Necrotic Grip. If you are facing a wave of thralls running at
Poison.
you can nail them with your melee attack, and it starts to burst and sort of cascade through the
AoE,
whole
baby.
group.
Dot damage, AoE. Yes. Ooh, that was an Omnigul run.
There's a lot there
We're
for
going
newcomers coming
back
in too. If you've
to
got a
Mother
friend who hasn't tried it
Russia.
out, it's a really great time to jump in on new light, that entry
Cosmodrome.
experience for free players.
You think that's named after Cosmo?
Last year, when New Light launched, we brought
The
back
Deej
a small
drone?
portion of the Cosmodrome. This year, we're bringing back a much larger
My
portion of the
God,
destination.
I'm so excited to get back into Moth Yards and
It
Skywatch.
takes some of the
I have no idea
experiences that
why.
started with
I
original
spent so
Destiny
much
1,
time here.
but puts them and
Here
stitches
in
them together in
Venus.
a different way.
I want
and
Venus.
adds new things. and
Europa looks
tells
really good.
A different story.
What you're going to
The
meet
nose.
in this new opening experience is a character with not one, but two names. from
Two
Fast and the
names?
Furious. Shah Han.
Thank the light.
Nice.
I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here.
What I love about the Cosmodrome is it feels like Destiny distilled.
Thank the light. Oh, that looks so crispy.
Season
Look
of
at
the
that.
Hunt picks up where Arrivals left off.
Other forces are taking advantage of the darkness to make their move forward,
You think they gave her that shirt? She probably
including
had to buy
Zivu
it.
Wrath, a sister of Oryx. And she's taking this opportunity to build up an army. And we're working with Osiris
Everybody's
to try
a
to
sister
stop
of
her.
Oryx. He had like 50
Osiris
sisters.
goes out, stumbles across these hive growths that are driving combatants crazy.
Osiris
Kind of
is
hard
in
to tell
trouble,
where he's at
and of
right
course
now.
you're his
Looks like
only
he was
hope.
actually on the moon or the Dreadnought. Ooh. You just got smoked. Welcome back. Aldrin.
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here. Impossible.
Aldrin.
We finally catch up to
We
what
catch
we
up with
saw at the end of
Aldrin.
Forsaken, where we saw Aldrin being brought back to life by a ghost.
Aldrin,
Bring
now
it back.
refers to himself
Oh,
as
the
Crow.
chills.
He
Oh,
doesn't
I just
know
got
what he
mega
did.
chills.
The slate's been wiped clean when he was resurrected as a guardian.
We know what he's done, and we know what he could be capable of doing. So now we're going to spend some time watching him go back and forth, and that's going to question how we
Let's
look at
fucking
him,
go.
how we
Is
look
he
at
on-
ourselves,
is
how
he
we look at the
Vanguard?
light, how we look at darkness.
Is he Vanguard now?
In Season
Ooh,
of the
look, they
Hunt,
don't
we're
trust him.
partnering with the Crow and Osiris to take down the High Celebrant.
Yes.
It's creating these cryptoliths around the system, and those cryptoliths are attracting Elixian Cabal and corrupting them.
Elixian
So
Cabal.
Zivu Wrath
Let's
is
go.
essentially corrupting herself an army, and it's our job to put a stop to it.
I'm really excited to see Zivu Wrath fleshed out more and to find out more about her relationship with Savathun and what that means for year 4 of Destiny.
Savathun has been placing dominoes, and
she's been
at
a
the end of
plague
year 4,
from
she's
the
going to knock
beginning.
down the dominoes. We're going to see what she's been really up to. And so this year, she's putting the last pieces in place.
Ooh, bring in some Savathun. Let's go.
Destiny is
Bring
just
in
a
that
really
Savathun, let's
incredible
go.
world. And there are so many stories for us to tell.
We have a lot to look forward to beyond Light, then the Witch Queen, and then Lightfall, and all the seasonal content between. We feel like we've got a really great way to bring people together. Working through COVID and working through some of the other turmoil in the world right now has been really challenging.
I have to admit, I've been
My
pleasantly
man's got
surprised
some
with
laptops up in that
how
business.
well we've been able to get things done.
We're committed to your characters and your community of players. We want to meet you where you are.
I'm gonna meet you where you
I think the
are.
thing that excites me the most
We're
about
at home in
Destiny's
our
future
basements.
is how much it's rooted
Sucking
in
on
where we
Mountain
come
Dew.
from.
Seeing villains revealed and finding out secrets that we've been hinting at for years.
Oh,
When I look at the team that we're building and
Do I
continue to
hate
grow
you?
and hire,
Do I love you?
the new leaders that are coming up in Destiny, that gets me super excited.
Luke, sit up, boy. Sit up.
Destiny's best days are ahead of us.
More like Destiny. Let's go. This gives me... This gives me sort of a Taken King vibe, like the hype of Taken King and that coming out. So that was awesome. All right, well, that's going to be it for the ViDoc and everything. So let me know what you think in the comments. What are you excited about? And we'll be playing this on November 10th. So I'll be on PC first, and then when we get PS5, I'll probably do some cross save on that, and just check it out there because it'll be in full 60 or 120 FPS or whatever the hell they dropped this game at. But anyways, we do stream on Twitch. It's just /SirDeadKnight on twitch.tv. But leave me some comments here and let me know what you're excited about in Beyond Light, and I'll see you out there.